In the sun-drenched islands of the Philippines, a nation of over 7,000 islands, women have long stood as the foundational pillars of family, community, and culture. They are the weavers of tradition, the keepers of stories, and the silent economic engines driving local life from the coastal fishing villages to the terraced mountainsides. Their influence is a current that runs deep through the archipelago's history, a quiet strength that has shaped the very soul of the nation. Before foreign flags ever reached these shores, this strength was embodied in the figure of the babaylan, the wise priestess, healer, and community leader. She was the spiritual conduit, the keeper of oral histories, and the arbiter of justice, holding a position of immense respect and authority. Her voice guided her community, her wisdom healed it, and her presence was central to its identity. But history is a tide of constant change. Over centuries, new laws, new beliefs, and new societal structures arrived, attempting to reshape and redefine the Filipino woman's role. Her journey from that revered pre-colonial status to the modern professional leading in boardrooms and government halls has been anything but simple. It is a profound narrative of resilience, of quiet courage, and of a remarkable, hard-won transformation. Today we explore that journey, the evolution of the rights of Filipino women. This is not merely a timeline of laws and decrees, it is a story shaped by centuries of struggle and progress, a powerful movement from imposed silence to a reclaimed voice, from enforced dependence to earned empowerment. This is not just history. This is the living story of how generations of Filipino women fought for and claimed their rightful place. In the classrooms that were once closed to them, in the courtrooms where their voices were once dismissed, in the elections where their votes were once denied, and in the heart of a nation they continue to build and nurture. Each right gained was a battle fought, a barrier broken, a future reimagined. Welcome to the evolution of the rights of Filipino women. Our story begins with the most fundamental tool of empowerment, the right to an education. To understand the roots of women's empowerment in the Philippines, we begin with the right to learn, the right to education. Before a woman could vote, own property in her own name, or lead a nation, she first had to be given the tools to understand the world around her and her place within it. This journey, from silence to a collective voice, starts not in a parliament or a courtroom, but in a classroom. It is a story of how the simple act of learning to read and write became a revolutionary act of self-discovery. For centuries, under the vast shadow of the Spanish colonial period, a rule that spanned from 1565 to 1898, formal education was a rare commodity, a privilege reserved almost entirely for the sons of the Spanish elite and the local principalia. The prevailing philosophy, heavily influenced by the church, dictated separate and unequal spheres for men and women. A man's world was one of commerce, governance, and intellectual pursuit.